the Tom's River Show. Pat O'Melia here. You're a concerned Tom's River resident. That's why we do this show. I got to do my sleeves and my watch thing here. Part of my shtick. Fix my mic. If you need to get in touch with me, you got HMG TV shows. You see all the stuff on the bottom of the screen. My Twitter. You got an issue with the township of Tom's River or Seaside Heights. You got a Ocean County. You got a consumer issue. Send me an email. You got a show idea. You got some announcements. The studio is here to serve Tom's River, Seaside Heights. Why we put it here. My own coffee. Got our own coffee pot. I'm the last guy that should have coffee. I don't need any more energy. And I got the cap. People say, don't get caffeinated coffee. I don't like decaffeinated coffee. If you're going to drink it, you got to have some kind of a kick. So I try not to drink too much. I only make like a half a pot. But if you need me, we are here to help. You know, today we're going to talk about the referendum that just passed. We're going to talk about some consumer issues I'm involved in. What else we got? We got something else here. We got what the second thing is. What is that second thing? Oh, and plans in Seaside Heights for Coin Castle. Well, let's start off with the opening of the show. You got Mayor Kelleher. He's going to decide if he's going to run for re-election. You know, Tommy's going to be 87 years old when it election time in November. He's got a lot of juice in him, so I can see him doing another 4 years. But, you know, if he doesn't, what names are we hearing in Tom's River? And it's going to be a different election than it had been in the past. I'm telling you that now. Mo Hill, Councilman, Dr. Mo Hill, Admiral Mo Hill. He's got a lot of titles. He would like to put mayor in one of those slots there amongst his titles. Also, Joe Coronado, the old Ocean County prosecutor. Tommy Kelleher was a prosecutor for Ocean County. His name's being thrown around in there. Right now he's saying no comment. He's not going to comment on rumors. And keep in mind the Democrat side. These guys are all Republican. There will be a Democratic candidate. There's going to be a different Democratic Party in Ocean County, Tom's River. There's going to be a new emphasis here. It has a lot to do with a new governor. You're going to have new guys. You got, Ray Lesniak's moving into Brick. You know, Ray Lesniak isn't moving to Brick to retire. Ray Lesniak is going to stay involved. I can see him getting involved in Ocean County. It's going to be a different election season. And, of course, we will be here to help that. We will televise the mayoral debates. Hopefully we can keep it to a controllable amount, like 4 candidates. You know, you get further out than 4 candidates in an hour, hour and a half, you don't get a lot of questions. They kind of get 2 minutes, the moderator's there. You got opening and closing. So you don't want more than 4. The council at large is also in November. We got to figure out how to work that because there's, 3 seats and you're going to have more than 4 candidates. So we may have to do a few of those. We are modernizing and upgrading our studio here. We have issued new sets. You're going to see a new green screen window and you're going to have a walk-on green screen. I'm trying to talk to Chief Little of the Tom's River Police that we can get involved promoting the PD. We want to get involved promoting Tom's River, but there is an issue trying to get people to get back to us in Tom's River, outside of Mayor Kelleher. Hopefully that's not the issue with Chief Little, because we're working on programs with the Jersey City Police, and as we develop those presentations, we'd like to do the same here in Tom's River. Easier that way. What we're doing in Jersey City, we can do here, and they're kind of very similar. But we're going to break for commercial. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and launch inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. It takes more than a state-of-the-art medical facility to make a great hospital. It takes a team of dedicated medical professionals. That's the Jersey City Medical Center, Hudson County's #1 hospital. Medical teams consisting of New Jersey's top doctors, Magnet Award-winning nurses, and accomplished hospital associates, all committed to your good health. That's what you have at the Jersey City Medical Center. Make Hudson County's #1 hospital your first choice. Visit us on the web at barnabashealth.org. We're back. You're watching the Tom's River Show. Pat O'Meara here. You got all the information you want to get in touch with me. Don't forget, live stream. You can download the app. It is free. There's a ton of programming on there, far more than just my programming from Hudson Media and Ready to Roll. Lots of stuff's on New Jersey Lottery's on there. Concerts, all sorts of things. Before we get into the referendum, Asbury Park Press, I think, had it. The richest and poorest towns by county in New Jersey. And I do a lot with Hudson County. I'm working on Ocean County here. The poorest municipality in Ocean County is none other than Seaside Heights. The median income is $38,000. 1.2% of the population is over $200,000 a year. People living below the poverty level in Seaside Heights is 24.3%. Children living under the poverty level is 45.1%. Now, I got to find out about these numbers because the population of Seaside Heights right now is about 2,000 people. You know, it's a very small community, but during the season it gets up to about 80,000 people. My other part of the world, Hudson County, Union City, and if you know Mayor Stack, Senator Stack, he does a lot with a little. And he is the poorest municipality in Hudson of the 12 municipalities there. Median income there, very similar to Seaside Heights, but 43,000. People above the $200,000 a year is 2.6%. People living below the poverty level in Union City is 23%. And children living below the poverty level in Union City is 34.2%. Believe me, if it wasn't for Brian Stack, it would be a lot worse there. He will eventually turn those numbers around. The problem with Union City is no waterfront. You don't get a lot of development there. But Brian, if you go to Union City, you can eat off the streets. There's a thriving municipality there. There is a Bergen Line Avenue shopping. He does everything that's possible. Now let's get Tom's River. The referendum is passed, the school referendum, for $147 million. It passed, and it's a shame when you have a big-ticket item like this that's going to impact everybody in Tom's River and, you know, Seaside Heights, where they send kids to the Tom's River schools. 7,000 people, approximately, voted in the affirmative for the referendum, 5,000 against. So it's like a total of 12,000 people made a decision on $147 million. I think there's 60,000 registered voters in Tom's River. So you got like 12,000 made the decision for everyone. Now, how is that possible? Well, what happens here is the gotcha election. We're going to have an election, a referendum vote in November. January, excuse me. January, no, might as well throw it in November. That's where it should be, I should say. On the 22nd of January, we're going to have a vote. Now, there's an election. I didn't see, you have an election going on or any kind of vote, you'll see the campaign sign, the little frames on the mediums of Route 37, that sort of thing. There's signage everywhere. There's none. We'll come out and vote for a mayor and council people or senators or state senators or governors if we know, and there's promotion for that. There was zero promotion for this. Now, they might have had some at the school board meeting saying, well, we got a vote coming up, but that's it. Very few people know. And there's the problem. And when you have a vote that's going to be taken on January the 22nd, it is surely not to be well attended. And that's what happened here. One of the main things, there are some things that we have to change here. And it really affects all municipalities because they all pull this crap. Jersey City, we do the same thing. We'll have a referendum like in, July. You have to have election in an election cycle. If your municipal election is in May or November, fine. Whenever the closest election cycle, whether it's a May election or whether it is in November. And a lot of municipalities move their elections to November to save money and get more people involved. But yet we'll have referendums on January the 22nd. See, that's the BS of it. More people came out, it might have been a different story. May not have been a different story. But you had 7,000 people out of 60,000. They made the decision. And what's sad about this, and they talked about it, well, we only have to cover $100 million. The state will cover $47 million. Well, Governor Murphy woke up on the 22nd, and he was $50 million more in the hole. And that's wrong, because you pay state taxes too, so you're going to pay into that $50 million, but so does everybody else in the state. And Tom's River wasn't the only one with referendums this year. There's referendums all over the place. All these towns have it. Hackensack voted theirs down. And when each one of these towns do a referendum, and a third of the referendum is covered by the expense by the state, you know, how the hell is the state going to get itself out of the hole when it wakes up once a month and you're $50, $60 million in the hole, depending on how many referendum that may have passed? And there's absolutely no control. That's one of the things that have to change. You have to move those votes into an election cycle, May or November. And you got to mandate. One of the problems I had with this, it was like a $240 million school budget, and it was like $1.5 million was for maintenance and capital improvements. You're going to have to mandate that, 10, 15% goes towards capital improvement. Listen, when they were showing pictures of broken curbs and parking lots, when that crack started in that sidewalk or in that parking lot or in that ceiling or in that floor, wherever this crack occurred, it didn't happen overnight. It took a while for that thing to totally fall apart. So I bring up the question, well, who the hell is running maintenance here? If that ceiling got in that shape and that sidewalk got into that condition, or the computer lab, the keys are off the keyboard. Funny, because the same thing happened in Jersey City in a referendum. Oh, the keyboards are broken. What happened last night? No, they've been that way for a while. We're spending in Jersey City, it's like $660 million, no, $700 million, I think, in school budget. We have broken keyboards. If we can't fix what's wrong in the schools when we see it, preventive maintenance or getting on the crack when it happens, get rid of the maintenance people. That shouldn't have to be allowed to happen until to grow until it becomes a huge problem. But that's the whole thing. The bad timing for the referendum vote, bad management, bad maintenance, and really Steve Sweeney's talking about it. We need to overhaul the school districts. We don't need 560 some odd school districts in New Jersey, and we have to overhaul how it's funded. All right, we're going to break for commercial.
Pen & Pencil Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at penandpencilproperties.com. Pen & Pencil Properties, building Jersey City for everyone. Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
We're back. Tom's River Show. Pat O'Melia here. As I was saying, we're going to go to Seaside Heights now. The Coin Castle, probably one of the best arcades on the boardwalk in Seaside. It has everything. You got the arcade machines, the quarter readers, nowadays dollar readers. You got the stand, you got the candy stand, the coach stand, that one stand that faces the Midway that it changes every year. One year it's the Frozen stand, next year it's, a Gremlin stand or Ninja Turtles, whatever it is. It always changes. And, of course, you got Dave Scott's general merchandise. Dave Scott is an attraction in his own. But that's all going to go bye-bye. Bye-bye to the three-wheel stands, Candy, Coach, and the changing one every year that faces the Midway. Faces Midway Steakhouse there. Replacing those three-wheel stands and arcade is going to be a 94-seat bar and fast food restaurant. Emphasis on a 94-seat bar. The arcade itself is threatened. You're going to rip out the stands. You're going to build a 94. If you look at the drawings, I think they were in the patch. Might have been on Asbury Park Press, too. You're going to lose arcades. But you know what? The arcade itself is threatened there. Because the Coin Castle, you got the spicy cantina, you got the bar, you got a little pizza, you got Dave Scott's stand, arcade, the candy stand, and so forth. You're going to take out the candy stand and those wheels, the coach wheels. You're taking out everything on the southern end of the coin castle. Hopefully we got some pictures up there showing you the coin castle. And replacing that with a bar. So you're going to have an arcade, or what's left of an arcade, sandwiched between two bars. What is the spicy cantina downstairs, and you also have upstairs Dave Scott and some video games, and then some claw games, and another bar, 94 seats. You know, that's not exactly family friendly. And when your mayor, Tony Bars, is constantly talking about bringing back the baby strollers and the family atmosphere, this doesn't fit. I'm not against bars, but how many more do you need on the boardwalk? There's bars everywhere. The last thing we need is another bar at the expense of family amusement attractions. Those stands, the candy stands, you would see the kids there. The Coach stand, I never understood why people would gamble on them in the Coach bags. And you stand on the side, whether Ninja Turtles, Frozen, gift card things, but there were people there. Families would walk by and they'd stomp, they'd play, and of course, there's Dave Scott. I don't know if Dave Scott survives all this. Because really, what family is going to go sandwich in between two bars and play some arcade or go to Dave's? Meanwhile, on the left and right of me, I got, multiple seat bars, 100-seat bars, 94-seat bars. That doesn't work. And keep in mind, down the pipeline, probably sometime this year, the beach bar is coming back. They built at the pier, right outside the Beachcomber, and before Sandy, there was the beach bar. Before Sandy and the fire, there was the beach bar there. That's coming back, and I believe there's got a swimming pool, and there's got some stands, that sort of thing. So there's another bar coming. How many more bars do you need in Seaside? But I guess it's unlimited. I realize there's money there, but if we're going to have an emphasis on Seaside Heights, and we want to get the tourism back, we want to get what we were before Sandy, when it was 4 or 5 million people. We're not going to do it with another bar, and then another bar. If we're going to have a family atmosphere, a family boardwalk, family amusements, well, when we lose 3 stands, and one of them, the kid stands, the candy stand, and there is an amount of arcades that's going to be gone. It's impossible that you cannot lose part of the arcade when you're building out 94-seat bar. How does the mayor of Seaside Heights say, we want to come back with family? There's something wrong here. And the Coin Castle going before the planning board, they're already doing the renovation. So I guess it's, slam dunk. In Jersey City, we got Peter Marco. And Peter Marco, I think his attitude in Jersey City is, I'm going to build it, you make me unbuild it. And for Pete, that worked quite a bit, until recently with Mayor Fulop. Mayor Fulop had make him unbuild a few things, or find him for doing things out of code, out of zoning. Maybe that's what has to happen here. But if this happens, this business plan that the Coin Castle is going to undergo, where we're going to lose those 3 stands, and some of them, it's impossible not to lose some of the arcade. To put another bar there, then that directly conflicts with the administration, and that being Mayor Tony Bars. This isn't what he's looking. Here's a guy when the Jersey Shore tried to come back. He said, no. We don't want that anymore. This isn't Sleeside. This is the town that's changing its reputation. He changed how the motels handle prom nights here. He's trying to make the move. But here, completely conflicts with what he's trying to do. We're actually losing family amusement and attractions here for a bar. So that shouldn't be approved, and we'll see what happens. I believe that as of this taping, I think the planning board meeting is tomorrow. But the real threat here, if this happens, is the family vision for Seaside Heights. If this bar goes through and this happens, then, it's a lot of lip service about being the family Seaside Heights. No more the Sleeside or the Jersey Shore, the Snooki thing. If we put another bar there, and listen, it's not just a Coin Castle. The last thing we need is another bar, and we got the beach bar coming. That's already been approved. And really, I wasn't crazy about the beach bar coming back, but it had been there before. It was a fixture there. Now, if you don't remember the beach bar, for many, many years, the Beachcomber was there. Then the Beachcomber moved across, and that became the beach bar. And it was the big pier that went out on the ocean there. I had a problem with that, but it was there before, so it was part of Seaside. This isn't part of Seaside. We're losing family amusements and attractions for a 94-seat bar. So basically, we're Snooki. You're watching the Tom Dribbett Show?
Rama Jewelers, located in the Lyndhurst Shopping Center at 413 Valley Brook Avenue, Lyndhurst. Come for all your jeweler needs at Rama Jewelers, where you will find a fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and bracelets. Choose from one of our complete sets, our many signature items, or find the perfect engagement ring. Come on down. That's Rama Jewelers at 413 Valley Brook Ave, Lyndhurst. Call 201-939-5784 or visit us online today.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just one path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to NewportNJ.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. NewportNJ.com. Newport, live like you want.
We're back. You're watching the Tom Dribbett Show. Pat O'Melia here. You there. Need to get in touch with me. You got all that information on the screen. Going back to consumers, there's a lot of consumer issues we take on here. Now, I'm involved in one with Home Depot. On the 24th of January, Home Depot's field representatives and a contractor and somebody from the Tom Dribbett store, they were all supposed to merge up here in Seaside Heights at my kid's house. My kids laid out $14,000 for central air conditioning up and downstairs in the house they bought. And went to Home Depot. You can trust it. I said it. You can trust Home Depot. We don't know any of these guys down here at that time. They installed it. Thing hasn't worked properly. They kept coming back trying to get the central air conditioners to work properly. And in October, they said the problem was the furnace. Yeah, you need a new furnace. Well, you checked that furnace because the central air conditioning units use the blower systems in the furnace. You checked that. You looked at it. If there was a problem with that furnace, somebody should have brought it to the kids' attention. Because at this point now, with 2 central air conditioning and a furnace and all, you're looking at some real money. But what they did, they installed the central airs knowing damn well that the furnace couldn't handle it. What would actually have happened, now that we've had some experts come in, the blowers couldn't handle the condensers. The condensers would have just turned into a big block of ice. So that was the problem. So we've taken steps to correct that, except for the one furnace that is the sticking point here. They were supposed to be here on the 24th. Week before the 24th, I'm calling Cynthia Gray about confirming our appointment. Now, they are crap scared of the media, which I am part. And I told them I'm going to have my guys film it. Oh, no cameras, no media, no media, no media. Because we're Home Depot, we're scared of the media. When you know what? When you're deceitful and lying, yeah, you should be scared of the media because there's documentation then. So no calls, no return calls. Like 4 calls I put in. On the 24th, that day at like 1:30 in the afternoon, I get a call back from Cynthia Gary. And she goes, well, we're not coming out today. We sent you a certified letter. We didn't get a certified letter. And as of this date, which is like almost a week later, there still isn't a certified letter from Home Depot. And the last time they sent us anything, they sent it UPS, not certified. So I know that's more lie, deny, and stall from Home Depot. I want you to keep in mind with Home Depot, they're a great store. But now you start to question, maybe it's a great store just to get some PVC pipe, a piece of wood, a drill bit, a hammer. Their problem at Home Depot, in a nutshell, well, their customer service is deplorable. For that matter, I don't get some damn satisfaction here. These cameras, and this is how we get things done, these cameras, we will produce a Home Depot show, Home Depot down low. I will become their customer service. They have thousands upon thousands of customer complaints, and a lot of them have to do with unsupervised state subcontractors. You go to Home Depot, we're going to do this, and you pay through the project loan through Home Depot. You trust Home Depot, you should be allowed to trust Home Depot. But they don't supervise the subcontractors, the people they farm it out to. And there's the problem, two-pronged problem. No supervision of their subcontractors. And you go through all the complaints, it's the same thing with appliance installation, central air conditioning, carpeting, floor, whatever they install. There's a lot of problems at Home Depot. Well, it's a subcontractor. No, it's you. Everything says Home Depot. Right down to the project loan is Home Depot. Home Depot is getting the bucks. Home Depot is paying that subcontractor. And they got to own up for what these subcontractors don't do right. And I'm going to tell you, I will do everything in my effing power to make Home Depot do the right thing. Now, if they're going to force me into doing the show, once I make that commitment, I'm going to go. And we'll go through all these complaints that are on the internet. You can read them. Problem with Home Depot? Customer service is deplorable. They lie, they lie, they lie. Constantly. Like the certified letter? Yeah, actually, so, well, I guess the post office, maybe, yeah, that's a good line. Eventually, I'll get it certified, and I'll know exactly when they, actually, I'm positive I won't get it certified. But if you do get it, you'll know the date it was sent. The post office or UPS doesn't play any games that way. I will reach out to them again, but, maybe we do the show, and I'll send them the link to that. Get into another Verizon. Verizon's got some great technology. I think they may get people from Home Depot, but the studio here didn't have long-distance service. So I get long-distance service. You would think I was trying to, finance a home here. A whopping $10 a month. And it took at least an hour to get that turned on. And keep in mind, for the $10 a month, it only allows me to dial out of New Jersey. I'm still paying for it. So I'm trying to explain, what does the $10 do? Well, it's for long distance. Do I get X amount of minutes free? No. Just you can dial out. But you're kind of stuck when it comes to Verizon. Their technology is great. But, their people and their deals and their fees and this fee and that fee. And the kids just got landline service in their house over there. Yeah, you can't go through life with a cell phone. Cell phone's a great technology, but you really can't hold a good conversation on a cell phone. You got to have a landline. They install the lines. I'm not even sure if I know the phone number of the house over there. Within 2 days, I think only 3 people know the number. The kids, my wife, and me, and it's in my phone. Within 2 days, robocalls. Well, how'd that happen? Nobody put the phone number on any email or any warranty or registration? No. Verizon sells the numbers. It's the only logical thing. Plastic bags. Let me do this quick. Hoboken is doing the plastic bag. They're banning them. This is the plastic bag. Costs you 10 cents in Hoboken. The state's going to start this. It's going to be a law throughout the entire state. Now, this plastic bag look familiar? Yes, it is. It's the same plastic bag, just that now it says reusable bag, and it costs you 10 cents. Now, for some reason, there's the belief that because I'm paying 10 cents, I'm going to cherish that and keep it, and when I dispose of it, I'll dispose of it properly. I don't know, maybe a Viking funeral, we shoot some fire hours into it. And the other thing with that, if I save these reusable, how do I prove they aren't, I'm reusing it, and I didn't just take a new one? But these things have to be worked out. Why I can't use a brown paper bag, I don't understand. There's no recycling problem. But 10 cents, and it gets divvied up between ShopRite and Hoboken. All right, we're out of time. You be good. You be safe. I'll talk to you during the week. Good night.